12 of these minesweepers into the Royal Navy are being built at Auckland, Wellington, and at Port Chalmers. And arrangements have also been made for the construction in New Zealand of motor patrol boats of a special design. The building of naval vessels is only one of our numerous war activities. Employers and workers alike have responded truly with a will to the necessities of the position, and the industrial machine is geared to a high pitch of efficiency indeed. Besides the production of clothing and footwear for military purposes, some 60 factories, including the railway workshops, are now engaged in the manufacture of munitions in very considerable quantities. Just as we are proud of our gallant men serving overseas, so can we be proud too of our effort in the production of war materials. And as HMNZS Hinau takes the water today, she carries with her the best wishes of all New Zealanders for the arduous work which awaits her and those who serve in her.
Long ago, New Zealanders built ships for the coastal trade in the days when the main road was the sea. The old skill has been kept alive and has been turned to a new use. Only 12 months ago, it was decided to build minesweepers here, and in double quick time, the ship to be called HMNZS Hinau began to take shape. Now it's August the 28th, 1941, and the Honourable Mr. Sullivan, Minister of Supply, proudly speaks of the skill and ingenuity of New Zealand craftsmen and shipwrights as the new minesweeper is launched. Captain Rogerum expresses the pleasure of the Navy upon this latest addition to its strength. And the Mayor of Auckland presents a Hinau seedling to Mrs. Sullivan as a token of the young strength of the ship just built. Hinau is christened by Mrs. Sullivan with a bottle of New Zealand wine. And she's away. The solid structure of timber and steel takes on life as it gathers speed down the slipway. A new ship for His Majesty's Navy. There are cheers for the ship and cheers for the men who built her. She is a solid, practical contribution to the war effort. And who knows, perhaps a new beginning to a local industry as old as New Zealand itself. But this ship is only the beginning. As she takes the water, others are being built. A splendid achievement and a fine symbol of New Zealand's active share in the battle for freedom.
This was an occasion for the three services. The Army supplied the Guard of Honor, His Excellency himself represented the Air Force, and the ceremony was to launch another minesweeper for the Navy. His Excellency congratulated the men who had built her. With a bottle of New Zealand wine, Lady Newell christened the new ship Aroha. This was more than an occasion for the three services. It was an achievement of three countries. English draftsmen had supplied the plans, Australian workers had forged the steel, and New Zealand men had built her. The first of our steel vessels, she goes down to the sea to help her sister ships. Others will soon follow. The gulls welcome her to her new element, and the launchers help her towards the fitting out wharf. And the workmen look with pride on their own good work. New industries such as the building of aeroplanes and the growing and processing of linen flax have been brought into being by the war. Shipbuilding is one of the Dominion's oldest industries. The war has revived it. This is a new steel minesweeper built at the Evans Bay Patent Slip, famous for ship repairs. Of trawler design, she can be readily adapted for fishing when peacetime comes. The launching ceremony is performed by Mrs. Fraser, and His Majesty's New Zealand ship Awatere begins to move. As she enters the water, the flag breaks at the masthead. And so, 100 years after the launching of her first ship, Port Nicholson receives her first naval vessel. Well-built New Zealand.